Hi, it's Angie with News OK. I'm here with Kamala Gamble, who is a chef and also a grower, which is very interesting. Many of these things you've grown.
Yes, actually, absolutely everything here except for the bread.
I love it. I love it. So locally grown food. We're doing a salad today. Tell us again what it is.
Panzanella salad. It's an old Italian salad, and you know how in the old world type of cuisine they used things up, and so it's called it a bread salad. And you would use a bread that maybe had gotten a little bit stale, and then everything that's fresh from the garden. And what we have from the garden, from our garden today, is we have arugula, which is a nice peppery green, and then we have basil from the garden. These are Sun Gold and Juliet tomatoes. You can also buy all of these items at the farmer's market. And then we have cucumbers and onions from the garden. And then basically what we do is we have all of these in combination, and we mix them up with a nice balsamic vinaigrette that I'll go ahead and make first.
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, so we'll put the balsamic vinegar in. Anytime you make a vinaigrette, it's basically 1 part to 3 parts or 1 part to 4 parts.
Okay.
So we've got a little salt and pepper, and I learned this from an Italian lady, that you need to put your salt and pepper in first. So we put this in, and then we're going to slowly pour in that extra virgin olive oil in order to emulsify it, which is a fancy word for making 2 unmixable liquids come together.
Okay.
So, and they're coming together, and you can actually even almost hear it now that we have audio. Yeah, you can hear it coming together. And so basically we've got our vinaigrette made. And the nice thing about the vinaigrette is you can make it once. It doesn't have any preservatives like it's something that you would buy. And then it will actually store. So there we have the vinaigrette. You can put it in your fridge, and you've got it for other nights. Yes.
Nice.
So these are the cucumbers and the onions. And what I'm going to do, and since I'm doing this for us, then I can certainly use my hands. When I went to culinary school, they said that these are your 2 best instruments. So we're just going to mix these up, and these are the lemon cucumbers, the pickling cucumbers out of the garden, and the onions. And then we have these lovely, we have all the different tomatoes. We have Juliet tomatoes, Sun Gold tomatoes, and yellow tomatoes.
I love the colors.
Aren't they gorgeous? And I think you're even going to like the taste.
Yeah?
So there we go. And then we're going to put a little bit of the balsamic vinaigrette in.
Okay,
and these
so
are just
going to use that with everything.
Yes, they're just going to slightly marinate. Okay? And then we've got those 2. And now we've got our fresh basil, and we put the fresh basil in, which just really goes for flavor. And we actually have this sweet Genovese basil, which is very prevalent in Italian cooking, and this is an Italian salad. And then we have a little purple basil for color. And now I've got our arugula, and so we're going to just use that. And we're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then just mix it up. And again, it's a nice peppery.
So you kind of do the same thing with each.
Yes, ma'am. At each flavor. Okay. And the reason I did them a little differently is the cucumbers and onions will macerate, which is another exciting word for fall apart. Just one of the. They have to come up with all these technical terms to make it sound like we're, really doing exciting things.
Right.
And so we put the arugula in.
Nice.
And you could use, any type of mixed green. And then we put a little bit of the cucumber and onion on top.
That looks so good.
And it really makes a beautiful salad, like if you were taking something to a Sunday supper or some type of event. Then you could make a big platter of it and just load it all up.
Oh, wow.
And so we've got our tomatoes on. And then I like to put a Bulgarian feta, a nice fresh feta on. So I'm going to crumble the feta up over it, and we crumble the feta.
Nice.
Like
so
this.
all of this is local.
Yeah, actually every vegetable is so local, it's about 200 feet away.
Wow, I love it. I love it.
And then we used a local Prairie Thunder bread for the croutons.
Wow.
And then I actually, a friend of mine makes the feta in Tulsa.
Wow.
And so there we have our salad.
Oh, that
Panzanella
is
salad.
That is beautiful. Now tell us why it is important to use local food.
There's a lot of reasons. I mean, some people do it for because they carbon imprint and all those types of things. The reason I do it as a chef is for taste. First of all, it's taste. It just tastes better. I don't eat tomatoes out of season, and I don't eat them from the grocery store because they don't have the same flavor. Everything that comes from the garden or the farmer's market has much better flavor because vegetables are perishable. And so if they have to be shipped, from California, then they have to grow things that are not going to, fall apart or be perishable. The nutrition value, my mom always taught me that the minute you pick something, it starts losing its nutritive value. And so if it came from 2 weeks ago from California versus, it came from the farmer's market today and it was picked yesterday, more nutrition, better flavor. It's actually, farmer's market produce is less expensive when you look at the quality and everything from a store. And I know the people that the money is going to. And that's what I love. A name with a face. I know their practices. I had I didn't have any problem with all the tomato scares and the pepper scares and the spinach scares.
That's true.
Or E. coli, because I've been to all the places where, the beef and the pork and the chicken that we use and all the vegetables that I use, and I know what their practices are, and so I have absolutely no problem eating.
I love it, and this looks beautiful. So obviously local food is healthier, and it's also great for our economy.
It's fabulous for the economy.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you so much. This looks wonderful.
Great. We'll try some.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.